What's up, guys? This is Andrew with Boone MX, and in this video, we're going to be going over the top end of my 2024 KTM 125SX. And this isn't a step-by-step guide, but I'm going to show you how a guy in a garage just does it. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's see what we can get into. So why am I messing with the top end? It's pretty simple. I just want to avoid catastrophic failure. What always reminds me to do maintenance is the chance of the bike breaking at the base of a jump or in the air. The KTM manual says to do top ends at 15 hours, but brands like Vertex recommend 20. And I believe today we're using a Meteor piston, and it also recommends 20. And the past two top ends I've had on the bike, I've pushed them past 20, and that really depends on riding style. I'm not a pro rider, so I could kind of stretch it out a little bit more. But still, at the end of the day, preventative maintenance is always cheaper than a full engine rebuild. All right, this might go pretty fast. So first thing we're gonna do is drain the coolant. I use little baggies to keep all my bolts organized. We're gonna take the expansion pipe off. Don't forget that little coupler. There's two springs. Pretty annoying to take off, to be honest. Pulling it off right there. Take some finesse. And then putting in my little baggie, got to stay organized. All right, next we're going to move on to is the radiator hoses, all the coolant lines. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that up there. We're going to zip tie it, get it out of the way, just so we have a little more space to take out that jug. Then you got two zip ties you got to cut. Popping off the cover for the power valve controller. Boom, that was expert precision right there. Boom, out of the way. Tuck it up in there pretty nicely. All right, yeah, somebody already took those off for me, so just take it off right there. And you do want to keep it in the same place. Try not to rotate it because that does have to line up when you put it back together. Then the engine braces, boom, 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 right there. Got both of them removed. Time to take out the spark plug. Looks pretty decent. And then there's 6 bolts on top of the head to take off. Boom. Looking pretty good so far. 2 O-rings, make sure those come out. Stator cover. Now we're just going to tuck the stator cover, leave it on top of the frame, get it out of the way. Now you can rotate the piston freely. A little tap, tap, tap. All right, now we're going to get rid of that plug right there. I think that's a crankcase sensor or something like that. Then we got 4 nuts. Getting to it. Man, it's moving kind of fast. A couple love taps. And it's off. Now we're going to measure the base gasket. I think KTM says 0.6, but last time I put 0.7 and it ran fine. Doesn't look too bad, but everything's still intact. A little bit side to side, normal, but up and down, we're looking pretty good. Got the surface all cleaned up. Pretty shiny. There we go. There's our match. We got 0.7, so we're going to put 0.7 on this top end. A little bit of glazing, I think. And look at that little ghetto hone action. Not bad. This is my first time honing the cylinder, so I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. We're going to replace those gaskets. Check the ring gap. 0.40 millimeters, I believe. Clean that up. Put a little light coat of oil on the piston. Make sure everything fits together and sliding smoothly. That was giving me the most trouble in the world. that day. Birds were popping off. I was getting really annoyed, but I'm looking in between the frame to match up the piston rings. Put the nuts back on. Get them torqued down. Crisscross pattern. Everything's still moving freely. Putting the head back on. Got some new sealing washers. Boom. I swear I did all 6. Putting the stator cover back on, making sure that's torqued to spec. Put the clip back in, or that plug. Boom. Since we took those off, we're going to retorque them. Alright, get that torqued down and spec. Put that clip back in. And I'm going to be quiet for the next second. Alright, hope that sounded pretty good. Get everything else buttoned up around the home stretch. Get the pipe back on. Torque to spec. All the plastics. And I think we're coming up on the first startup. Just kidding. The bike started up fine, but it's gonna have a little bit of oil in the cylinder, so it's running a little rich. But unfortunately, we have a little leak after it started warming up on the head. So easy fix. We're gonna order a new O-ring and hopefully get that fixed before the next practice.